Right now the paramedic is making contact with the patient and trying to evaluate him to see what his injuries are. As you can see, they're pulling a protection line, the hose line that's going on the ground. And that is so that we have some type of way of applying water in case we have a fire of any kind with the vehicle that's been involved in the accidents. So a firefighter is making access into the car, and the idea here is he wants to get behind the patient and go ahead and take C-spine precautions, meaning he's going to hold his head and neck in line so that no further damage can happen to this patient. We won't cause any further injury in helping them. Now they've evaluated this car and realized that they can't open the doors. So now truck 1 is responding in, and truck 1 is the unit here in Corona that carries the Jaws of Life, one of the units. The secondary unit you see arriving on scene is our squad. Our squad also has the Jaws of Life. The difference is we have 2 personnel on the squad and we have 4 personnel on our truck. These 2 units will work together to come up with a plan to extricate the patient. A lot of times you'll see the person with the red helmet is our captain. The captain on a rig typically is the one who's coming up with some safety concerns, plans in place, and communicating with the rest of the crew as exactly what needs to be done. Now the fire engine that arrived on scene first is in charge of the medical side of this operation. They're going to be the ones who try to take care of the patient. Now the other units on scene, their main goal is focusing on extrication. They're utilizing the tools and equipment available to them to make access to the patient so that the paramedic can provide the highest level of service to that patient.
En estos momentos está trabajando para rescatar a una persona dentro de un carro accidentado. Están poniendo collarines,
the equipment that you see on the ground
para rescatarlo.
Is stuff that we use on a daily basis here in Corona. We have 2 major freeways that pass through Corona, and unfortunately we respond to a lot of traffic accidents. Now the spreaders in the hand of the firefighter there are known as those are your Jaws of Life, what you refer to as the Jaws of Life. Those spread metal apart so that you can make access into the damaged areas of the car.
En este momento están echando a trabajar un compresor para hacer trabajar unas pinzas de corte.
Now, during this extrication process, the paramedics are still evaluating the patient. They've given him oxygen. They've covered him with a towel or some type of coverall so that they don't get glass or debris spread on them. They've hooked him up to a heart monitor to evaluate the patient. They're giving them oxygen. And all these things are simultaneously taking place while the other crews are making access to the patient. So as this demonstration moves forward, you'll see that we removed quite a bit of this car to make access to this patient. Now, during a real accident, your firefighters are going for that, you may have heard of the golden hour. That mentality for us just means that we want to get to this patient, get him out, and get him transported as quickly as possible. If they have life-threatening injuries, their chances of survival are better if they make it to the hospital in that golden hour. So now you see that we have our squad and our truck using extrication tools simultaneously on both sides of the vehicle. If we had multiple patients, this would be a great opportunity to make access to both of them very quickly.
Ahí está terminado de concluir para sacar a la persona que se encuentra dentro del automóvil. Procedimientos, técnicas y procedimientos, tácticas de bomberos. Ahí continuamos, señores. Red Nacional de Comunicaciones. Soy la 950, señores, desde Corona, California. Nombre personal Francisco. Y también para Topos BR19, Desastres Internacionales, desde Corona, California.
And that could very well be the case. We only do what we have to do to make access to the patient. But remember, this is a demonstration, so we're trying to show you guys our capabilities out here today. One of the reasons we like to do this demonstration for you is that your Corona firefighters are known up and down the state for our auto extrication abilities. And that is because of what I said earlier, the two major freeways that pass right through Corona. So as you can see, these guys have effectively taken this whole car apart pretty quickly.